all the senior members of the Nagarjuna group. It is a very big honor to be among you, especially to discuss the deeper values of human life. So I will begin with some invocation mantras which create auspiciousness for us to discuss topics which are relevant to Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Dehinosmin yatha dehe Kaumaram Yauvanam Jara Tatha Dehantara Prapti Dhirastatra Namuyati. Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitram Idamuttamam. So, the topic of today's discussion is how is the message of the Bhagavad Gita relevant to our life, personal life, and also to our life in the workplace, to our day-to-day working habits and relationships. So, actually, more and more people throughout the world are feeling a necessity of having spiritual values at the workplace, because that creates a very ethical culture, very, very healthy relationship between the employer and the employed. It creates a faith, a security, a sense of honesty and reliability. So, and Bhagavad Gita, because it is spoken by Sri Krishna himself, it actually has many different meanings. Every syllable, every word of Gita has unlimited amount of meanings. Each shloka of the Gita can be understood on all three levels: spiritual level, emotional level, and intellectual level. Each verse, you have different quotients: spiritual quotient, emotional quotient, intellectual quotient. In the corporate world, nowadays it's a necessity for all three of them. So who can, which is a better source to acquire all three quotients than the Bhagavad Gita itself? Because in the Gita himself, Lord Krishna says, Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam. This is the king of all knowledge. Real knowledge means it should encompass all different branches of knowledge. That is why it is the king of all knowledge. So Bhagavad Gita being spoken by someone who is perfect, according to our Vedas, Krishna is the perfect person described in the Vedas. When we acquire knowledge from the perfect person, then our knowledge is also perfect. So, we will discuss some aspects of the Bhagavad Gita which are relevant to our day-to-day lives and our working habits. I will start off with some important verses. This slide shows describing further subjects which we will not be able to cover today. This is a very, very deep philosophy, and the spiritual quotient, we will not cover it very deeply today, but you can see the slides as an introduction to them. So, we will begin with some verses of the Bhagavad Gita which will help us in stress management. The first thing, the most important aspect of our personal life as well as office life is the extreme amount of stress we face. Because of the stress we face, we are not able to give the full output also, both at home as well as at work. So, actually Arjuna was feeling the greatest stress in the beginning of the battle of Kurukshetra, because he did not know what to do. He was confused. He did not know whether he should fight or whether he should become a hermit in the Himalayas. In the second chapter of the Gita, Arjuna, he tells Krishna that Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prichhami tvam dharma sammuda cheta. Oh Lord Krishna, I am so stressed and I am so confused because I do not know my duty. What is my duty? Karmanya dosho pahata svabhava. And that is why I am asking you. Because you are never stressed. You know everything. Actually, to understand the importance of the Gita in our life, we have to first understand the importance of the speaker of the Gita. Without understanding Krishna, thinking Krishna is mythology, if you think Krishna is mythology, then the message of the Gita also will become mythology. It will just be intellectual satisfaction. But if you want to really imbibe the teachings of the Gita in our life, then we have to understand the speaker of the Gita as Arjuna has understood. In fact, Arjuna made it very clear in the beginning of the Gita that, oh my dear Krishna, I want to open my mind to you. Prichhami tvam dharma sammuda cheta. So, that is why one of the most important solutions to stress is to turn to the Gita itself. The moment we turn to the Gita, we have a very high probability of actually relieving our stress. Because the words of the Gita are purely transcendental and spiritual. There was one illiterate Brahmana in South India, in the Ranganath temple in Rangashetra, and he used to live a very stressed life. He was always burdened by so many things in his family, and so ultimately his guru told him to read the Gita. So he sat down with the Gita, but unfortunately he did not know any Sanskrit. So he put the Gita upside down. He did not even know the Gita, which side it is, the right side. He put the Gita upside down and he was just looking at the Gita. And he was looking at the syllables of the Gita, even though he could not read them. And just by doing that, he became so happy, he became free from all stress. He became totally relieved. So people were laughing at him. He said, you don't know Sanskrit, how are you feeling relief in your life? How are you feeling happy? So he looked at them and said, I have faith in the speaker, Krishna. Because I have faith in him, I have faith that his words will relieve my stress. That is why I am already relieved. He was so happy and relieved. The Gita itself is the biggest means to relieve our stress in day-to-day life. Even if we can't give much time, just we read one shloka of Gita every day, then we will feel totally liberated from all kinds of mental tension. and we will be able to become better human beings, and we will be able to become better workers. We will be able to work, give our best for our company, for our own self, for our family. This inspiration will come from Lord Krishna. This is known as Shabda Brahma. There are three kinds of ways of acquiring knowledge. And first is Anuman. Second is Pratyaksha. And third is Shabda Brahma. We try to acquire knowledge by speculation. We say, okay, the sun is so far from the earth. We try to figure out the size of the sun, but sometimes our Anuman may be wrong because we are not able to hear some sounds between 20 and 20,000 hertz. Beyond that, we are not able to hear. Our senses are imperfect. So sometimes when we speculate about things, we are not able to become free from stress. In fact, in the Mahabharata, it is said that speculation will increase your stress in your day-to-day life. There is a verse in the Mahabharata which says, Tarko pratishto shutayo vibhinna na svamatam yasya munir na bhinnam. I am always telling Ashok, his name is Ashok Muni. The word Muni comes from the Mahabharata actually. Muni means somebody who is always searching after the truth. He is like trying to understand, neti, trying to understand what will give me happiness, what will give me peace. But the problem is he tries, if a person tries to do that by speculation, then one will not achieve real peace. Tarko apratishto sutayo vibhinna. If we want to attain real freedom from stress and peace, we have to approach the perfect source. Like, we have all got degrees in our life, we have all become qualified. So we had to study under a teacher, we had to refer to some authorized books to acquire our knowledge. Did we speculate about it? We did not speculate. We did not sit down at home and try to speculate what is chemistry, what is biology, what is history, what is physics. We had to accept some source. We had to accept some place where we could be sure that this is the truth. And we studied it. We studied it sincerely. And then we became qualified. Similarly, if we want to become free from stress, if we want to become happy in life, we have to first of all accept a perfect source of knowledge, which we know that it will not cheat us. Because there are so many different branches of knowledge and so many different speculative interpretations of knowledge. This is one of the symptoms of the present age of Kali Yuga. Even the Bhagavad Gita, if you go in the market, you will find 650 editions of the Bhagavad Gita. So I will ask you, which is the right edition? Do you know that? All editions give different interpretations to the words of Bhagavad Gita. That is why actually Bhagavad Gita is not able to remove the stress of the people. Because people are not reading the Bhagavad Gita as it is, but they are reading the interpretations. So the most important factor is to understand the Gita and implement it in our life is to first understand Krishna as he is, to understand the message of Krishna as it is without any interpretation, without any speculation. Because Gita has removed the stress of Arjuna. So it should be theoretically capable of removing our stress also. Provided we will accept Gita like Arjuna did. And how is that? Arjuna said in the 11th chapter, Parabrahma Paramdhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavam. O Krishna, you are the perfect teacher. I accept you. Parabrahma Paramdhama. You are the abode of all knowledge. Vedescha sarvair ahameva vedya Vedanta Krit Veda Videva Chaham. Somebody who knows all the Vedas can give us the cream of the Vedas. Somebody who knows nothing can give us nothing. So because Krishna in the Gita, he is the knower of all the Vedas, he is actually the source of the Vedas. According to the Vedas have come out from the breath of Lord Narayan or Krishna himself. The breathing of the Lord leads in the knowledge of the Vedas. So that is why only he can present to us the real knowledge of how we can become happy in life. So stress arises because of confusion, and it arises because of lack of knowledge about our duty, what we should do and what we should not do. So one of the most powerful ways of removing stress is to try to read one verse of Gita every day. Try to understand Gita as it is. Then one will feel very, very motivated to perform one's action in life. Just like after hearing the whole Gita, Arjuna became so courageous to fight. Mam Anusmara Yuddhacha. Krishna gave a very easy formula to Arjuna. Krishna says, you have to work in this world. If you become a sadhu or a hermit, then what will people say? You are an escapist. But you work with the proper knowledge. According to the Bhagavad Gita, that work which is done with proper knowledge becomes a yajna. And that work which is performed without knowledge, it becomes karma bandhana. So, it is a very simple thing. The work is the same. The activity which we are doing is the same. But if we do that activity with the right understanding, with the right knowledge, it will become beneficial to everyone. It will not lead to stress. It will lead to fulfillment. It will lead to our inner fulfillment. It will lead to fulfillment of our colleagues. It will lead to the fulfillment of the company.